when the fire is low and the night is quiet. The ancestors speak. Their voices are not always loud. Sometimes they whisper through memory. Sometimes they echo through stories. Tonight, we listen before the ships cut through the Atlantic, before foreign flags pierced African soil, before our names were rewritten. There was memory. Africa was not empty. It was not waiting. It was not lost. It was thriving. But history is not always written with ink. Sometimes, history is rewritten with silence. Tonight, we uncover what they tried to erase, and more importantly, why it never disappeared. Long before colonization, the African continent flourished with power, structure, and wisdom in the golden courts of the Songhai Empire. Gold moved like sunlight across trade routes that stretched across deserts and kingdoms. Scholars debated astronomy, mathematics, and philosophy in the legendary city of Timbuktu. Knowledge traveled across the Sahara just as freely as salt and gold. Further east, the vast lands ruled by the Songhai Empire developed organized governance, disciplined armies, and thriving commercial networks. Cities bustled with merchants, craftsmen, scholars, and travelers, and deep in the forests of what is now Ghana, powerful kingdoms rose with sophisticated political systems and spiritual traditions rooted in balance, respect, and harmony with nature. This was not chaos. This was civilization. Yet this version of Africa rarely appears in textbooks. Why? Because strength is harder to dominate than weakness. When colonizers arrived, they did not come with weapons alone. They came with something far more powerful: narrative control. They renamed lands. They outlawed languages. They dismissed spiritual traditions as primitive. They reduced kingdoms to tribes. The transformation was subtle, but devastating, because if you convince a people that they had no greatness before you arrived, they begin to doubt their ability to achieve greatness after you leave. The war was not only physical, it was psychological, and psychological wars echo across generations. But there was one thing the architects of erasure underestimated: memory adapts. Drums carried coded messages across villages, braided hairstyles preserved identity and heritage, proverbs protected philosophies that could not be destroyed. Grandmothers became living libraries of knowledge, even across the Atlantic Ocean. Fragments of culture survived in diaspora communities, through rhythm, through faith, and through resistance. You cannot erase what transforms. You cannot silence what beats in blood. Today, the chains look different. They are not iron, they are distraction, comparison, cultural imitation, digital noise. We know global celebrities, but not our clan lineage. We know trending dancers, but not ancestral rituals. We scroll endlessly through the world, yet rarely search within ourselves. This is how erasure evolves, not through force, but through forgetting, and forgetting is quiet. But something is changing across Africa and the diaspora. A new generation is asking questions. Who were we before distortion? What did we build? What wisdom did we carry? Languages are being reclaimed. Natural identity is being celebrated. Cultural pride is rising once again. The ancestors were never gone. They were waiting for remembrance, and remembrance is revolution. They tried to erase Africa, but erasure requires disappearance, and we are still here, still speaking, Still creating, still rising. Your skin carries history, your rhythm carries memory, your curiosity carries revival. This is not just a story, it is a reminder. You are not disconnected, you are descended, and the ancestors are not behind you, they are within you. Welcome to Ixixi Ancestral Echoes, where history is not simply told, it is reclaimed,